Imagine waking up tomorrow. No phone, no internet, no electricity, no television, no refrigerator, no car waiting outside, no instant messages, no Google, no AI, nothing. Now imagine that wasn't for a day. That was every single day of human life for thousands of years. Most of us spend hours staring at screens. We order food with a tap. We can talk to someone on the other side of the planet instantly. But for almost all of human history, life worked very differently. People survived without technology. They entertained themselves without technology. They built civilizations without technology. So what exactly did humans do all day? How did they spend their mornings? What happened when the sun went down? And would you actually survive a week living like they did? Tonight, we're traveling back in time to discover what everyday life was really like before technology changed the world forever. The first thing you'd notice is the silence. No alarm clock, no phone buzzing, no emails. For most people living hundreds of years ago, the sun was their clock. As dawn appeared over the horizon, villages slowly came alive. Roosters crowed, animals moved, families began preparing for another day of work. And work started early, very early. There was no concept of scrolling social media for 30 minutes after waking up. Every hour of daylight mattered. Food needed to be grown, water needed to be collected, animals needed attention, firewood needed gathering. Simply staying alive required effort. For many families, the day began with fetching water from a river, stream, or community well. A task that could take hours. Today, we turn a faucet. Back then, water was work. One of the biggest differences between ancient life and modern life was food. Today, food is everywhere. Supermarkets, restaurants, food delivery apps, vending machines. But for most of history, finding food was the central activity of life. Farmers spent months growing crops. Hunters tracked animals for days. Families preserved food carefully because a bad harvest could mean starvation. Imagine spending an entire day preparing a single meal, grinding grain by hand, collecting firewood, lighting a fire, cooking slowly, cleaning everything afterward. What takes us 15 minutes today might have consumed half a day centuries ago. Food wasn't convenience, food was survival. Every bite represented hours of labor. Today, night barely changes anything. Cities glow with artificial light. Stores stay open. Phones remain active. Streaming services never sleep. But before electricity, darkness changed everything. Once the sun disappeared, the world transformed. Candles were expensive. Oil lamps were limited. Most people couldn't afford to waste light. Night became a time for stories. Families gathered around fires. Grandparents shared legends. Children listened to tales of heroes, monsters, and distant lands. Many of the world's greatest myths survived because people spent evenings telling stories instead of watching screens. In a strange way, darkness made people more connected. One question modern people often ask is, weren't they bored? The answer is surprisingly complicated. People found entertainment everywhere. Music, dancing, storytelling, festivals, games, competitions, community events. Instead of watching someone else live their life online, people participated directly. Children created toys from wood and stone. Adults gathered for celebrations that could last days. Villages organized competitions and performances. Humans have always needed entertainment. Technology changed how we consume it. But the desire itself has never changed. Without modern science, the world felt much more mysterious. Imagine hearing strange sounds in the forest at midnight, seeing unusual lights in the sky, watching an eclipse darken the sun. Today, we have explanations. Ancient people often didn't. Many believed spirits walked among them. Others feared monsters hiding in the darkness. Some thought comets predicted disaster. Many civilizations developed elaborate myths to explain things they couldn't understand. The unknown was everywhere, and perhaps that's why ancient stories remain so fascinating today. They reveal how humans
Here's an
tried to
interesting
understand a
question.
world filled with
Could you survive a month living like people did 500 years ago? No smartphone, no internet, no modern medicine, no supermarkets, no electricity. Most people think they could, but reality might be different. Modern technology quietly handles thousands of problems for us every day: food storage, communication, navigation, transportation, safety. Without those systems, life becomes far more challenging. The average person today possesses incredible knowledge, but ancient people possessed incredible survival skills, and those skills took a lifetime to learn. The next time you unlock your phone, turn on a light, order food online, or ask an AI a question, remember something remarkable. For over 99% of human history, none of these things existed. Yet civilizations still rose, empires still flourished, families still laughed, children still played, and people still dreamed about the future. Technology changed the way we live, but it didn't change what makes us human. And perhaps the greatest mystery of all is this: If our ancestors suddenly saw the world we live in today, would they be amazed? Or would they wonder whether we've forgotten something they once knew? If you enjoyed this journey into the past, subscribe for more stories about forgotten history, ancient mysteries, and the strange truths hidden in our past.